If you feel like you've lost the drive in your business and you've lost the excitement in your work in your business, watch this video. I'm going to solve this issue for you. So 3 years ago, I was 19 years old and I was staying at my aunt's place for vacation. And I have these two amazing cousins that I consider brothers. And I came down one morning, she made these fresh blueberry pancakes. My sister was to the right, she came with me. And my younger cousin, who was 16 at the time, was sitting next to me on the left. And I pulled out my phone and I checked my Stripe. I had just hit 11K, $11,000 in my business that month. And I was ecstatic. For 6 months, I took a gap semester that turned into a gap year, obsessed with this goal to make 10K per month with a business, with an online business in college. And I had just hit it. I quickly showed my cousin, I told my sister, I called my parents, and I was so happy to have achieved my goal. I was literally making more than some of my high school professors, working 4 hours a week just doing Facebook ads for my Metsball clients. Fast forward a couple weeks later, and I'm struggling to get out of bed. I no longer feel this fire, this drive for the work in my business. I don't want to perform for my clients. They were doing well, thankfully, at the time, but because I automated a lot of the tasks, but I just didn't want to grow it anymore. I could not see myself onboarding and doing more outreach and more sales calls and more ads and performing every month to month. I felt like a slave to it. And it's because when I started that journey, the reason why it was exciting is because I was money maxing. And it's probably one of the reasons why you're doing it. You want an online business that it gives you location freedom, time freedom, a lot of money to retire, but you've missed the biggest purpose as a young man in this life, and it's to get so good at something. You see, money comes when you solve problems for others and you get really good at skills. Simply put, right? The reason I made money with my business is because I learned skills that other people valued that couldn't do, such as Facebook ads, sales, outreach, lead generation. All of these things are skills that businesses needed. They were problems they had, and I solved them. The issue was these are not problems I want to do for the rest of my life. I don't care about getting a higher CTR click-through rate for a Botox ad so my client makes an extra 30K that month. I had no interest in that. I knew I was made for more, just how I knew I was made for more than school. It's the reason I took the gap years, because I knew I could do more than just study in school and get A's. I wanted to build an online business to give myself financial freedom after I graduated. But the thing I missed and I hope I give you is that you can get really, really, really successful and make a lot of money if you get really good at something. But I want to tell you that you should prioritize getting good at something that feels like play to you. Because if you don't get good at something that feels like play to you, you will eventually self sabotage. Because that was never something that you genuinely wanted. It was not something that was you, gut instinct, your heart. You didn't trust your heart. You trusted the internet. You trusted Iman Gadget. You trusted your friends making more money than you. But you forgot that life is about getting really good at skills, specifically as an entrepreneur. So choose your skills wisely. What do you want to get really good at? What do you want to get cracked at? What feels like play to you? And if you don't know, now's your time to figure that out. When you have all this time, try things, put in deliberate practice on sales calls, outreach. If you like making music, make a shit ton of songs. If it's teaching, become a TA, put in your hours that feels like play to you, and it should feel like play. And that's your calling. And I promise you, you're going to figure out a way to monetize it, because when you get so good at something, people notice and people want to replicate that. And you can teach them how to do that through a service like content creation, and you build a course and something like that. It could even be through agency. Maybe you really genuinely love SEO and marketing and building businesses. Maybe you love the problems around that, then that's your path. But if you know that that's not your calling, if you know that that work doesn't feel like play to you, why are you doing it? Stop money maxing. Start skill maxing, because money will come the moment you start getting really good at something. And if you want more techniques and the specific framework to get really good at a skill, click the link below. I teach you how to build unconscious certainty in your ability to do something so well you don't even think about it. any skill you want. I learned content creation, I learned how to code. Sorry, I'm learning content creation right now. I learned Facebook ads really well. I got 60x ROAS for some of my clients, always above 2x ROAS. I learned sales really well, where I was consistently closing deals for 1,500 to 2K per month. I got good at outreach, booking, people through email and cold looms. I want you to get cracked at your skill, and I want to show you how I got cracked at my skill, because there's specific techniques you can do to fast track the process. So click the link below. I've read so many books on human performance and making money, and I want to give you the cheat code so you don't have to read all these books. I've also spent thousands of dollars on courses, and I want to give you it all in a systemized format and the exact tools I used on my gap year to get to 10K per month in 6 months and build real skills that gave conviction and confidence in myself. So click the link below. You're not going to regret it. And again, get so good that people can't ignore you in something that you genuinely enjoy. Something that has problems that keep you up at night, that you actually enjoy, that in the shower you think of, I can't wait to make that song. I love, making melodies on a beat. I hate that. I love just making the beat. That's an example of both things being problems that maybe an artist needs to do. They need to make good beats and they need to sing. If you hate the singing part like me, but you love making beats, get really good at that. And that's how you build conviction, and you will find ways to monetize it. We literally live in an era where we have the internet and there's videos on how to monetize these things. You just need to put in the work and the deliberate practice and pick the skill that feels like play. Pick the problems that you enjoy solving. And I promise you, you're going to live a life 6 months from now, a year from now, that you truly love and enjoy, that fulfills you. Because not only are you so good at something, you're making money from it because you're so good at it, and you have conviction and confidence in yourself because you're so good at something that maybe other people don't have, but you know you have. Click the link below, my guy. You're not going to regret it. I can't wait to see you win. Peace out.